Uh-oh, the mic's coming on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I think it's time to start.
It's time to start off. Yeah, it's time to shut up. All right. Hi, guys. Welcome back to episode 25 of the Playback podcast. Jesus, what happened to my mic? Episode 25 of the Playback podcast. I am one of your hosts, Noah. I am joined here by a good friend of mine, Mr. Haider Al-Naim. How we doing?
I'm good.
Yeah.
We're doing this early today.
Huh?
We're doing this early today.
I know there's still sunlight in here, and we don't really need these lights, but you know, we got a good episode for you today. It's gonna be kind of chill. We're gonna be reviewing Gran Turismo. It's based on a true story. If you guys didn't know, we're gonna be reviewing that. We're also gonna be talking a little bit about Ninja Turtles. I know that came out maybe like 3 weeks ago. However, they announced a sequel. They announced an animated series, and we never really got to do that episode. So I thought we would give you guys our thoughts on that, and then we're gonna talk about a little bit some movie news, and we're gonna the main star of the show is our ranking for the MCU, and we're gonna get into that also. Haider, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Again. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your Red Bull problem.
I just can't have them.
That's fucking terrible, bro.
Can't have caffeine right now. Like a lot of caffeine. I can have caffeine.
Move it a little bit closer to your mouth, which is what she said.
I hate you. Everything about you.
I don't know why you would. Yeah.
All right.
That's kind of fucked up.
How's your day going?
It's going
Your
great.
week?
It's going perfectly abnormal, actually. I'm really tired. Thank you for the Red Bull, by the way.
Okay.
I appreciate that. What do you want to get started with first?
I think we have movie news. It's just box office numbers, basically.
All right. Okay, so as Haider said, we're going to get into some movie news. We're basically just going to be reading off headlines. It's a very slow news week this week. And yeah, we got some stuff to talk about. So I will start it off. Dune 2 has officially been delayed due to the writers and actors strikes. It was supposed to be released in December of 2023, and it is now going to be releasing in March of 2024. One interesting thing about that is that officially pushes Dune 2 out of the race for the #1 box office movie, which we're going to be talking about in a little bit, and the Oscars campaign. So basically that just means Dune 2 isn't going to be going up against Oppenheimer. It's not going to be going up against Barbie or Killers of the Flower Moon, which is, supposed to be like front runner for Best Picture, would you say?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not going to be in that category. It might be easier for Dune 2 to win. What do you think about that?
I think it's smart, especially since they can use the writer's strike as an excuse to push it.
Yeah. And also it's a marketing thing too, because with the strikes, you can't use your actors. The writers don't really have a lot of say in marketing, but you can't use your actors like Timothée Chalamet. You can't use Zendaya, Dave Bautista, Austin Butler. You can't use any of them for any type of marketing whatsoever. So I think pushing it is definitely going to be beneficial for them. They did move it to March though, and March is kind of stacked. I don't know if you've seen.
I forgot what was in it, but I saw that there's movies
a bunch
every
of stuff.
week.
Like A Quiet Place, the sequel's coming out to that, or the prequel. That's going to be there.
That's Day One? I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, Quiet Place Day One with Lupita Nyong'o and Joseph Quinn, the dude from Stranger Things. All right.
Oppenheimer is expected to reach 950 million for its global box office total. This would put it in third, top three for rated R movies, behind Joker and the Deadpool movies.
Yeah, and right now they're actually at 777 million right now, mm-hmm. And it's just astounding to me to think that it's gonna get another 200 million, especially for a 3-hour movie with just talking, only a little bit of like quote unquote action in the movie, but yeah, it's just, I don't know. I feel like the biggest reason for it being so successful is that Christopher Nolan is attached to it, and also obviously the Barbenheimer thing.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I also think it was a really good movie, so that pushes it a little bit too. It could,
like the word of mouth.
Yeah, because it's been in theaters for a while now.
Hold on, your camera looks a little
blurry. Yeah,
just a little bit. Is that better? Chat. Let us know, man. Let us know, chat. All right. Moving on. Speaking of Barbenheimer, Barbie is officially the biggest movie of the year. Passing Super Mario Brothers with $1.4 billion. Barbie is also getting re-released in IMAX theaters with extra special scenes being added. It's probably not going to be anything crazy. It's just maybe a couple extra scenes or maybe some bloopers at the end of it. Anything to bring in more money, though. And like we said earlier, Dune 2 got pushed to 2024. So there's really, I don't see any other movie for the rest of the year making more than Barbie. Do you?
No way. Even if like Killers of the Flower Moon goes crazy or something.
And that's 3.5 hours long.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's going to be even harder. But I mean, as we've seen with Oppenheimer, it's a little bit easier nowadays to make a lot of money with like a 3.5 hour kind of movie.
Yeah, I just don't see anything else doing it. Honestly, for a while either.
Yeah. All right, man. What's next?
Blue Beetle is quietly making its budget back. It was at a budget of $104 million. It's about looking at about an $81 million box office run right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it could go past 100 because especially with Cinema Day and stuff like that pushing it forward.
Yeah, that's true. I've seen a lot of showtimes for Blue Beetle got sold out because of like $4.
I think our biggest one was like 261 yesterday, and it was
really?
Blue Beetle. Yeah.
Was it in Titan?
No, Titan was Gran Turismo.
They have fucking Gran Turismo in Titan?
Oh, it's a Sony movie.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Second question: Where do you see like the final box office run? Because it's not going to be that much more, but $81 million for a movie that was supposed to just go to streaming is, huh?
This is the second week, right?
I believe it's going to its third.
Well, just passed.
Yeah.
It's the second week.
It was the second weekend.
Yeah, and it had a 50%, which is this sounds like a lot, but it isn't that much.
Yeah. The opening was what, like, I want to say like 32 million or something like that.
Yeah.
So it taking like a 50% drop, I feel like it could have legs.
Yeah, it could.
A little bit.
It's a superhero movie. It's going to be the only one for a while.
Mm.
So, especially since we're back in school, it gives people stuff to watch after they get out of school.
That's true. And then we also said it was at, what, 81 million? Where do you think it's going to end up?
I'd say a little over 100.
Yeah.
It's going to make just the actual budget for the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But it was originally supposed to go on streaming, so
yeah,
anything's a win for that movie.
Yeah. All right. Moving on, rounding out the box office news, A24 horror film. I know Hyder loves A24 movies, and this is a good success story. A24 horror film, Talk to Me, directed by YouTubers Raka Raka. I need to learn their actual names because that sentence sounds fucking ridiculous saying that. But it passes $50 million on a $4.5 million budget. A sequel is entitled, or is in the works, entitled Talk to Me with a 2. Get it? Because with the directors also returning. I haven't watched it. Did you?
I watched parts of it when I was at work.
Okay. I'm interested in it just because I love those kind of stories where it's like small movies, small budget movies, and they like make a shit ton. A24 has been really good with that, obviously with Everything Everywhere All at Once making over 100 million. I think that's their highest grossing movie. So yeah, I definitely have to watch it before I watch Talk to Me, Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, I keep hearing it's a scary, it's like the scariest movie people I've seen this year.
Yeah.
Obviously it's directed very well. It made $50 million on less than $5 million budget.
Yeah.
But that also shows that you don't really need a huge budget to make money on movies.
Mm-hmm. Also, A24, by the way, I haven't watched a lot of their movies. However, one thing that really impressed me is how they're handling the strikes because they're an independent studio and they actually agreed to the terms that the writers and the actors, wanted. So we are getting A24 movies. Like, movies are still being in production because of studios like A24. So thank you for that.
All right. Before we move on to the next thing, Jacket Man 2004, which is Jack. I don't know if you've ever met Jack.
I think.
He just said Batman, best Marvel movie.
You think so?
No.
Why not?
Besides, never mind. I'm not gonna get into this. DC's ass. Not James. James gonna make it better, but right now it's ass.
Jackie Man, thank you for your comment, bro. Appreciate you.
All right. Today marks the 3-year anniversary of Chadwick Boseman's death after a silent battle with cancer. Boseman has played Black Panther, Jackie Robinson, James Brown, Thurgood Marshall, and so many more. What is your favorite?
For me, I really liked 42. I mean, Black Panther, obviously. We're going to be talking about MCU stuff in a little bit. So, but 42, when I watched that, I was like, because it's not a great movie. It's like your typical biopic. But the way he plays Jackie Robinson, it just makes it better. And then Harrison Ford is in there too. I forgot about that. What about you?
It's just because I went to watch a movie with my dad, but 21 Bridges.
I knew you were gonna fucking say that movie, and those trailers pissed me off so much. That movie came out in when we were working there, and every time, or when I was working there, and every time you would go into a theater, that stupid. I'm talking about the movie, by the way, not Chadwick, but the stupid fucking movie with some like rap song that was just overplayed as fuck during the time. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So 21 Bridges is your favorite?
It's because I watched it with my dad. It's the only movie I've ever seen in the movie theater with my dad.
Oh, okay. Really?
He doesn't like go to movie theaters.
Even to this day?
Yep. He doesn't like going there.
Wow, man.
You know how nervous I was? I dropped my lemonade and he called me a dumbass. And I was like,
okay. All right. Yeah. Favorite. Hey, if anybody's watching, how many people are watching live right now? 5. Hey guys, good to see you.
Lion Studios just said 42 is the best DC movie.
Jesus fucking Christ, guys. Who's Jack?
Jack works at the theater.
I think I've met him.
Yeah.
He worked. Oh, he's the one with the clothing brand, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Shout out White Matt. That's the clothing brand.
White. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
not Matt the name. Matt as in like the color.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Look what you've started. Is basically what I was saying. Yeah. Okay. Let us know in the comments though which Chadwick Boseman performance is your favorite.
Did you ever watch The Five Bloods?
No, dude. That's the Netflix one, right?
Yeah,
that's
that one was pretty good too. That was the last one I saw.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of Spike Lee movies, but what's his name? Or what's it called? Black Klansman was the only one that I watched, and I really liked that. I gotta watch more. Yeah.
All right, let's go into our Gran Turismo. Just quick review because I don't really think anybody's looking forward to us talking about that.
Okay. Oh wait, actually, sorry. One more piece of news before we get on with the
surprise.
review. Jeff Loveness and Michael Waldron are rumored to be no longer writing Avengers: Kang Dynasty and Avengers: Secret Wars. So
I
those
did
two,
hear about that.
yeah. So those two are infamously infamous for writing Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, and also Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Two projects that were kind of criticized for the writing and not really Marvel's best projects. And they were kind of hired to write the next two Avengers movies way back when. I think back in when they announced Blade. No, not when they announced Blade. No. At the D23 conference somewhere. But they were announced to be writing a while ago. Well, it seems like it's rumored that they have not, they're not moving forward with it. This also comes from My Time to Shine Hello. And it's a scooper on Twitter that always very, very trusted. Yeah, what do you think about that? Because I mean, Ant-Man, we're going to talk about the MCU stuff in a little bit, but Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania and Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, I think those two are not very well written projects. That's all I'd say.
Yeah. Apparently, there's an overlap.
Again?
Yeah. Don't know. Figure it out. But Lion Studio said The Blind Side's his favorite Chadwick Boseman movie.
He's not in that, guys. He's not in that fucking movie.
I think it's the mics are close to each other.
I don't know, man. Nothing's playing in the back. Let's see. Who said that? Shout them out.
It's Cybeth. Just
God
texted me. I told you text from Cybeth.
Is it really just that?
The mics too close to each other.
Is it really just the mics are too close to each other?
I mean, it could be. I don't see what other reason we'd have. This thing's on mute right now.
Let's see. Hold on. I don't even have the stream open, boys. We're going to figure this out. Hang on, guys. Hyder's going to do a rendition of Killing Me Softly.
No.
Go, bro.
Mute my mic real quickly. Go crazy.
Oh.
She sent a voice message like that was going to help. It is going to help. That's what it sounds like right now.
God, the entire fucking...
Lion Studio says he plays Big Mike.
He's not in the fucking movie, guys. What the fuck? All right, people. Hold on.
I think it might just be Side Bets because I mean Jack and Lion Studios are here on this.
Okay, we're gonna get rid of this stuff. How is it now, Cybeth? Call Cybeth. You know what? Fuck this. We're doing this live. Call Cybeth. Sorry, guys. 1 second. 1 second. This is for you, though. We're doing this for you. So.
Hello? Yeah, they're behind, but I've been checking my watch this whole time. Yeah, it's just yours because everybody else can hear it.
They're saying it's fine?
Lion Studio says it sounds... You're watching it on a TV. Watch it on your phone.
It shouldn't have a...
Yeah, but Lion Studio said it sounds good on his, and then Ramsey just said, "Hola, boys."
Oh my God, Ramsey! Hello. Ramsey's one of my best friends.
Okay, bye.
So...
It's gonna try her phone.
Is it... Did we just stop the whole fucking stream because of her?
I don't know, man. I'm just telling you. We got a text and you said to stop it so you can fix it.
Jesus fucking Christ.
All right, let's go. Gran Turismo time.
Wait, hold on. Wait, I want to get to the bottom of this.
All right.
I know you got somewhere to be, bro. Don't worry.
I got to start out time.
Water.
I forgot you got me water. Now I'm dying on this side.
Yeah, it's cool. That was mine, but it's like, yeah, you can have it.
The water is right there.
I know, but that one was cold. Nah, you can have it, bro. It's fine.
I'm gonna drink it.
I know. Yeah, you're good.
No regret.
I know. You're good. It's fine.
Sorry, that said sorry.
So is it just her? Can we just get one more
She was
confirmation
watching on her TV.
Can we just get one more confirmation? I don't know why it would do that if you're watching on your TV, though. That's the thing. So I have no clue. We're good? We're good, guys?
I haven't replied yet.
Strumming my pain with it. It ain't good.
It's good on my phone.
Huh?
So Beth said it. It's good on my phone.
Oh
so
my God. Cybeth, brah.
Thank you for letting us know at least.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for letting us know.
All right, let's go.
Okay. So,
We
with all...
left off with the directors. So I'll tell you. Director leaving the Ant-Man King Dynasty.
Oh, the writers, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Put it in the chat. If you guys watched Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, if you guys watched Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, let us know what you guys think about this. Are you guys happy for that? And if so, who would you want them to replace them with for Avengers Kang Dynasty? Yeah, Kang Dynasty. Yeah, I heard Phil Lord and Christopher Miller is a really good choice.
Yeah. Judy also said it's good for me.
Okay, thank God, dog.
All right. It's time. I'm just gonna break my.
Can I transition into the fucking thing first? Fuck.
Yes.
All right, guys, we're gonna go into our Gran Turismo review. Can I just say something real quick, Hyder?
Go ahead.
Before you say anything. Yeah, I didn't watch Gran Turismo.
I figured. There's no way you would have asked me for passes if you wanted to.
I completely lied to you. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. I'm breaking this down into our pros and cons. That's what I said.
But also, okay, I just feel bad because you didn't want to watch this movie.
No, I didn't.
And the
I also
trailers
watched after work.
Yeah, the trailers looked very bad, like insanely bad. However, you have different thoughts. Let's just talk about Gran Turismo. We're going straight into spoilers, okay? So like we're just going straight into fucking spoilers with this shit because I mean you guys aren't really gonna watch it. I don't think so. Anyway, yes.
All right. I set this into a pros and cons. First of all, that trailer. Lion Studio said it was good in 40x.
Gran Turismo.
Honestly, the trailers are really fucking bad. Like,
yeah,
it was the same trailer, and you know how mad I got walking into Blue Beetle and that trailer was playing.
Every time I hear the trailer in or you see it on TikTok, people like are flooding the comment section with, "Why are you fucking torturing me with this?"
There's a line in the trailer that's actually not in the movie though.
Oh yeah, they do that a lot.
What? Yeah, I know, but the line that pissed everybody off isn't in the movie. Which I've raced this track 1,000 times.
Oh really?
It's not in the movie.
That's a pretty good impression.
Yeah, shit. I had that shit memorized. I've seen that. It plays on the big screen above Snack Bar.
Oh yeah, I know. Damn, bro. Okay, so what'd you think?
Haunted by it.
What'd you think of the movie itself? Because
it wasn't that bad. It was actually a pretty good movie.
That's what I've been hearing.
The cinematography for it was cool because it's just racing. They actually use the actual racetracks, and it starts off with an informational piece. I can't remember the guy's name, but it starts off with the person who actually made Gran Turismo, showing you the reason that he made it. And how he used to like 3D scan everything so that everything was like one for one, and it was like an actual thing. And it got to the point where people were using it to actually sim race their stuff. Like they would practice on the tracks beforehand.
The one thing that was actually intriguing for this movie for me was the fact that it's based on a video game, but it's not. Like it's based on a story
Of
that
why.
Yeah. And that was kind of interesting to me because I haven't seen that done really. Usually, typically, like the video game movies nowadays are either like a story created around a game, because Gran Turismo is a racing simulator. Like there's no story, you know, you're racing tracks. So when I first heard that this movie was getting made, I was like, what kind of story are they going to do? Because like, are they just going to make something up? Turns out no, because apparently it's based on a true story, and the trailer lets you know that like 5,000 times.
I forgot to mention this. Also, Lion Studios said, what did you rate Blue Beetle? I think you gave it a 9?
Yeah, I gave it a 9. Blue Beetle to me was actually very like heartwarming. A 9, but like it
Stuff to work on.
It's no. So like, because that is a 9, right? And we rated Barbie and Oppenheimer both 10s, but like 9 and 10 are not far away from each other. But the movies themselves are very far away from each other. You know, so for what it was, Blue Beetle is like a 9 for me.
Okay, I gave it like an 8.
Okay,
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. There was stuff to work on for it.
okay,
All right.
Yeah.
Back to what I was saying.
yeah. So Gran Turismo, you said it was
There's a lot
actually
of
pretty
just like
good.
informative pieces in it. Like, he would stop and like some points he'd be racing and the car would like break apart, and it would show like all the pieces of the car.
I seen that in the trailer. Yeah.
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 And he understood the cars because he put like thousands of hours into the game, and he like understood what brakes would do, help the car out in certain races. And so when he was learning and stuff, he was like putting that into use, and he's like, "Oh, I've raced this track. I already know what's going on here."
I've raced this truck 1,000 times.
Yeah, no, somebody actually says that to him in the movie.
Oh, really?
Orlando Bloom says it to him in the movie.
Oh, okay.
All right, now on to like the really positive stuff.
David
Harbour, Jaimin Hansu, he plays his dad in the movie, and Orlando Bloom are really fucking good in this movie. Like they were really good in this movie.
Okay.
I enjoyed the movie. I didn't mind watching it alone because I had to watch it after work.
What?
Nothing.
The fuck are you looking at?
The things I didn't like in the movie.
Okay.
Because to me, there is a lot to not like in this movie.
Well, hold on. I feel like how what'd you think of the racing like actual sequences? Because it is a racing movie.
I have to say that. All the angles they used for it were really cool.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna shock you with something.
Oh.
A lot of crashes because I mean I guess in major sports and major racing there's like a lot of crashes.
Yeah.
One of the scenes was really bad CGI because like this guy crashed into a wall and his car blows up. But he was like so slow when he crashed into the wall.
Really?
Yeah. He got like comes crawling out of the thing. But other than that, the angles they used are really cool because they would be like really like they'd be on the hip of the car. Sort of like the John Wick angle when he was fighting in the under like the.
Like they probably mounted like a GoPro or something on the side.
For sure. They had the floating camera too. The camera that's attached to the back. It looks like it's floating. They had a POV camera when he was racing.
So yeah, they're taking cues from like the actual video game, from what it seems like. I've seen a couple of those shots too, and like some of the other promotional stuff. So yeah, that's really cool.
And then the coolest part was his name's Jan. It would say Jan and then the place next to it every time you pass somebody.
Yeah. Okay.
And it'd be like 4th lap. He's in like 5th place, and it would say Jan 5th place.
That's very creative. If I actually watched the movie, like I said, I was going to watch. I would have really enjoyed that part.
Okay.
So yeah,
talk about the things I didn't like in this fucking movie.
let's do it.
There is like a lot more things I didn't like than I liked.
Okay.
Which is not sort of the rating I'm going to give this movie doesn't make sense.
Yeah. That's fine.
I didn't like any of the dialogue for the protagonist or the antagonist at all, to each other, to other people.
So is the antagonist obviously our protagonist is the kid, right? But the antagonist is
a pro racer. His name's I forgot. I think it's like Alex or something, and he races for a company called Kappa, and he uses a gold Lamborghini. And David Harbour's character actually used to work for them. He got into an argument with that guy who used to call him a washed up like racer, and then he left and went to work for the Nissan.
Okay.
He literally says this as he's about to crash into the guy to make his car flip. Goes, "I'm gonna nerf you, gamer."
Let me look up his movies real quick. But the writer of the movie is Neil Blomkamp, and he is kind of notorious for not the best dialogue. Do you remember the movie Chappie?
Yeah, that's
Like
the
the
one with the
robot?
robot. Yeah.
Yeah, and he made that, but he also made District 9,
District 9 is really good though.
and I heard that too.
But Chappie kind of looks like a washed up version of District 9.
Yeah, I've seen people say that. Let's see. Let me pull up Mr. Neil Blomkamp. Yeah, Neil Blomkamp. Very young director and writer. He started out. I just don't know, man. Apparently he's made a lot of movies and a lot of them are hit or miss. And I don't know, man. Nice face, I guess.
I'm sorry, I searched up one thing. The next note, the movie felt fucking really long.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Oh, damn.
And it felt like 2 hours and 15 minutes. It was they were going race to race, and there was just shit that I didn't have to see in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
About 10 minutes into the movie, he explains like his family life and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then you don't see him actually ever contact his family again until the end of the movie. Or okay, until this point where he crashes his car. He takes off. He's going way too fast. He's going like 360 miles per hour, and there's a sudden drop in the track, and he goes flying over a fence, and he crashes into the fence, and he kills somebody. You know what they do? Nissan is so sorry that somebody was harmed in this. We send all our support to the family. Never mentioned it again.
Well, that was probably what happened. They probably wanted to sweep it under the rug. At least that's what I would think.
Like, he goes, "Oh, I killed somebody," and they just never mention it again.
For like his character development? Yeah. Oh, yeah. That would bother the fuck out of me.
Like, he legit killed someone, and they go, "Oh, yeah, the other racers are, like, trying to strike against you, and in order for you to continue racing, you have to place in this one race."
Oh, my God, dude.
That was it. That was it. That's the explanation of him literally crashing. When he ended up in the hospital for, like, fucking 6 days.
Yeah.
He woke up from a coma, and he asked them what happened. David Harbour was like, "You killed someone."
They kind of just skip over that then?
Yeah, and then he has
really
like a
fast.
whole like 10-minute like breakdown of him crying, and he tells them to get out, which is actually pretty good acting when he did it.
Kind of reminds me of the kid from Holes.
Zero?
Yeah.
A
little bit. Yeah.
But he tells them to get out and stuff, and then they just never mention the fact. They just get him back on the track to the place where he killed someone.
Mm-hmm.
They put him in that area there, and he's like, "You gotta get in the car and you gotta race, man.
Jesus Christ.
If you don't do it now, you'll never do it again." It just felt like they could have focused more on like the actual family shit than the fact that he's in like Tokyo. They had a whole 20-minute scene where he went to Tokyo and just danced with the girl that he liked.
Really?
And went around. It had nothing to do with racing.
I can see why you would try to do that. I mean, again, I haven't seen the movie, but I can see why you would want to do that because it adds a little bit of character to him. But if it's not interesting to watch, then don't put it in the movie.
Yeah. You could see that they were going to be like in a relationship the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
They just like, it bothered me that they just skipped over the fact that he killed someone because it's supposed to be like the major like character turning point for him.
Yeah.
Anyways, did you know what the actual title for this movie is? Gran Turismo.
Based on a true story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's based on a true story, you know what they put at the very end? By the way, Jan is still racing. He's actually placed in this many races. He still races for Gran Turismo. It's based on a true story, bro. It's not actually a true story. Like they blurred the line between it. Or is it based on a true story? Or is it his actual story? Because they made it seem like at the very end that it's the exact same story.
Well, I feel like you have to say, like, strictly for legal purposes, you have to say based on a true story because there's some aspects that you just don't mention, you know? Even for a movie like, what was a movie that was based on a true story? Even like, it was just in the, what do you call it? Yeah. Even, what's it called? The Blind Side, right?
Oh, yeah.
It says right there, based on a true story. And then recently we've had like some legal troubles talking about, you know, hey, it actually wasn't based on a true story. It was all fabricated. Look up your own research on that. I don't know the whole story. I kind of just know the fact that like Michael Orr found out that he actually wasn't legally adopted. Therefore, the parents, you know, were compensated for the story, but not Michael Orr himself. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyways, I gave it like a 6.5 out of 10. That's pretty much all like the notes I had for that movie. It was good. The cinematography was really good. The movie's carried by David Harbour, Orlando Bloom, and then Jaimin Hunsu. He plays the father, by the way. There's a scene where he goes up and he goes, "Oh, I didn't properly support you," and he starts crying. It's actually a really good scene, but just because of him, The guy's just standing there,
Mhm.
and he hugs him, and he goes, "You supported me very well."
Yeah, I think from what you're saying, the movie itself is kind of just worth watching for the racing sequences and the performances from Orlando Bloom, David Harbour, and Djimon Hounsou.
Yeah.
Djimon Hounsou is really underrated as an actor.
No, yeah, he's one of my favorite actors.
Mhm.
Him and Andy Serkis.
Yeah, yeah.
But that was pretty much it. That's like it wasn't a very memorable movie. I would never watch it again.
Yeah.
But
There's not much to talk about this movie apparently, and nobody's really gonna go see it. You know, so
I don't know. I don't know why they made the movie.
I can see why they made the movie. It is a good idea.
Yeah,
I'll say that it's an interesting idea.
The guy's not like old. This
It is a pretty recent story,
it's
though.
like,
You know,
it's like it got to be like 2015 or something.
yeah.
Yeah. He also the coolest part though is he's a stunt racer for the entire movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he actually worked on this
He's
movie.
in the movie, yeah.
Yeah.
He stunt races, and then they show like a whole like they do a whole like collage thing where it's him and the scenes comparison in the movies.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
There actually is a sequence I forgot to talk about. The Le Mans, which is the
Mhm.
do you know what 24 Hours of Le Mans is?
Mhm. That was in Ford versus Ferrari, which is one of my favorite movies of all time, and that is to me the best racing movie.
I actually think this scene's up there with that one.
Really?
The racing scene for the 24 Hours of Le Mans is up there with Ford versus Ferraris.
Well, when you were talking about the camera angles and stuff about like the GoPro and then how it's hovering, kind of like the dollhouse thing from John Wick 4, and it actually looks like you're playing a video game. That seems really interesting. I can see why people would actually like it, and I can see why you would put it up there for the racing scenes in Ford versus Ferrari. So,
do you know? Have you ever like played like Need for Speed,
Mhm.
Forza? You know when you're just idle and it starts just playing cars driving by like during races and stuff. It does that a lot in this movie.
Oh, okay.
Where you get a different angle. You get like an overhead, and then you get like you're the finish line, and they're racing towards you. Oh, and that's another thing that pissed me off. I'm sorry, just remind me. I never wrote this down. They do the photo finish 3 times in this movie.
Photo finish, like slow mo, or are you talking about like
No, like an actual like oh, it was close. Let's go to the replay.
3 times? That's a little excessive for a racing movie.
So they do it for the time that he wins the spot. Good. Fucking, I guess he's hearing us talk shit about his movie.
I know.
What's
his name? Jan?
Jan. Yeah.
The fuck? Anyway.
So they do it for when he wins the place to become the driver for Nissan.
Mhm.
He beats the guy by 0.16th of a second. Just like the only reason they could tell that he won was because of the purple on his car. They do it when he places to get his FIA license, and they do it in the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Oh, and guess who he beats
The guy? Exactly.
for the two for the one to get his license and to fucking win the to place on Le Mans. That's another thing is he didn't win either.
Well, man, it's based on a true story, and he probably didn't win in real life.
Apparently, he did. He got top 3.
Okay, well then why would you put that in the fucking movie, guys?
He did. He got top 3 in the movie, but he didn't win like the actual race. So I was like, this is like it's cool. He placed in like a year or two after getting his FIA license. But
all right. So final rating 6.5 out of 10.
Yeah, like a 6.5. I was gonna give it a 7, but it's just not that good of a movie.
All right, man.
Technically very good though.
Yeah. Well, anybody in the live chat watch Gran Turismo? Let us know. Hyder will be reading the live chat. He's monitoring the live chat right now. Let's talk about a movie that we both watched, though, just a little bit, because obviously, the movie's been out for a little bit. And let's talk about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. But first, we're going to get into a quick sponsor break. So you guys just hang tight, and we'll be right back with you. All right. Yeah. So as you can see, we actually don't have sponsors. But We will soon, one day. Yeah, man. So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem came out maybe 3 weeks ago or so, 4 weeks ago.
I think about like 3 to 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, and it's been in the news a little bit. The movie got a sequel. It got greenlit for a sequel. It's doubled its budget. It cost $70 million. It grossed $140 million. So that's great, and it's getting an animated TV show. Let's just talk about it. We're going to be talking a little bit about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in spoiler fashion because the movie's been out for so long. What did you think of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem?
I think animation's in a good place right now.
I think so too.
Especially with movies like Across the Spider-Verse. That's like the top.
Yeah, that's top shelf right there.
Then you get Puss in Boots 2 and this movie. I like the new like direction of animation because it's like
it's quality.
How much do you charge for a sponsorship? Lion Studios.
How much do we charge?
I don't know.
Well, we're pretty big. You know, we have 21 subscribers, so the price tag is up there. You know, so I'm gonna say like probably like a Costco hot dog. So let's talk about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles a little bit more though. The animation to me, a lot of people were comparing it to Across the Spider-Verse and Into the Spider-Verse. Art style wise, I don't think it looks the same. It's more unique. It looks like I've seen people kind of compare it to like teenagers drawing in a notebook, and yeah, I see it. The colors of it is very, again, I'm colorblind, guys. However, what I saw on the screen looked nice. So yeah.
No, I agree. Maybe the colors pop. I like that every single one of the turtles have their own style and they're drawn in.
Yeah.
April has her own style,
which is different from source material, and I like it. It's not like crazy. What's going on?
I don't know what that means. 4BNF baby.
What? Wait, who said that?
Lion Studios.
What is that? I don't know what that means. Sorry, I don't know what that means. I'm not cool. I'm a fucking father, bro. I don't know slang.
Anyways, yeah, the colors pop. Everybody has their own style, which is really cool to see because I'm assuming it takes a long time for that to draw, and I don't know how to draw. So,
back to what you were saying a little bit about how you like the direction of art and animation, where it's going. I like it too, and there's a couple things, reasons why. Number one, you're good. Number one, it's because it doesn't cost so much. $70 million to make this movie. I mean, albeit it only grossed $140 million, but they got their budget back and more. So it's a success. And, you got two fucking stupid idiots talking about how much they love the art style, and a lot of people love the art style. So, yeah, what else should we talk about for Teenage Mutant Ninja
voice
Turtles?
acting.
Yeah, it's a stat cast.
Yeah, but if you told me that fucking Ice Cube was going to be at the top of the voice acting for this.
Mm-hmm. Who was your favorite performance?
Ice Cube.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Jackie Chan was mine. I fucking love Jackie Chan in this. I just like, okay, it might be because I'm a dad too, but like that whole sequence when, you see him raising his kids and stuff, and just like the shot of Splinter like sleeping with all four turtles, his sons, that kind of got to me. And, Jackie Chan's performance, it was different than other Splinters. And I like it. I like Jackie Chan.
Mm-hmm.
He's cool. Whatever.
Don't say that like that.
Don't say that word like that. Yeah, man.
Other than that, I know it was really cool. The concepts are smart.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't just one antagonist. There's like 3 or 4, and there's like the threat of them like being found out by humans and stuff. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but it's Ayo Edibiri, I think.
Yes, she's from
she's the sous chef in Bear.
Yes.
I didn't know that. I didn't know her name.
She's great. I've only seen the first season of The Bear, but
season 2, she's so much better.
Yeah, and she's getting a lot of buzz right now. I think she's in something. She's in something called Bottoms, which is a new comedy
coming out. Apparently, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, she's great in this too. I like the casting. I like her voice. Another kind of underrated voice actor in this was Paul Rudd. I think Paul Rudd he
plays Mondo Gecko.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Everybody else honestly was just there. Like Rose Byrne, she was just being Rose Byrne. Seth Rogen was literally just being Seth Rogen. He was literally just being Pumbaa from The Lion King.
All 3 of his voice acting roles that I've seen,
it's just
Seth
Rogen. Yeah.
He was like one of the only negatives in Mario to me. back. Jan's back.
This fucking guy,
Gran
bro.
Turismo 2.
This fucking guy. Chat, bro. Perm ban.
Anyways,
What's up, bro? Do you not like my jokes today?
did you
What's
see the
up?
end credit?
I did, yes.
How do you feel?
Okay, so I was watching some breakdowns on it, and apparently Shredder is like supposed to be the man who, like, I don't know. They made it different, and I mean, I'm not that huge of a Ninja Turtles fan, so I can't really speak on it. Shredder is really cool though as a villain, and I'm excited. So yeah.
I just don't see how they're gonna install certain stuff that they have to install for Shredder to be a villain. Like, there's the fact that Splinter and every single like thing, it's always Splinter and Shredder don't like each other.
Yeah,
that's like the reason.
Thing. Yeah, that's the thing that that what do you call it? Kind of changed it, but I'm sure they can find a way to add it back in. Maybe Splinter just didn't talk about it.
Yeah.
You know,
or the Foot Clan.
Mm-hmm.
Like how they're gonna suddenly involve like an entire thing of like ninjas.
Speaking of ninjas, because they changed how Splinter became Splinter, he was an actual rat that, you know, got the ooze, right? And in the comics, apparently he was a human that got turned into a human rat, and but he was a ninja in the comics. In the movie, they learned kung fu and karate and martial arts basically
80s,
through an 80s montage with like YouTube clips and like fucking jazzercise videos and stuff like that. I thought that was hilarious. But yeah, I can see why you wouldn't have like that that what do you call it, connection with Shredder.
I mean, they could always build it because I mean they're still young. They're
Yeah.
not like, I think they're the same age they were in the movies, but they're still young. They can do it. I just don't get how, like, I didn't like the fact that they were they got like, put in public school.
That's what I was gonna ask you next, actually, because they're doing like kind of like the Spider-Man treatment, where it's like, oh, they kind of know who like his secret identity is. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about it either. I don't know. One of the key fundamental things about Ninja Turtles for me, like for the movies and the shows, was the fact that like they have to hide because they didn't feel accepted by humans, whereas like that problem kind of gets solved in this show or in this movie. Maybe it will you know, play a big part in the animated show or the what do you call it, or the sequel, but I don't know how to feel about it.
Yep. There's another person that I'm kind of confused why they didn't put him in the movie, or like at least mention
Casey?
like Casey Jones. Yeah.
Again, he might be mentioned. He might be like another high school student.
Well, yeah, he's 17.
Yeah, he no, that's what I'm saying. Like he might just show up in the sequel or in the animated show.
I don't like this show being an idea.
Huh?
I don't like that the show it has a spin-off show.
Why?
Just because I think like stick to the movies for now.
It's supposed to bridge the gap between the first one and the second movie, where it's basically just going to be them in high school and like them doing their own stuff, like, you know, exploring and being in high school, being high school teenagers, and then they have to learn how to be like heroes without each other. So I think that's just going to set up the sequel. Yeah. I think it's smart. It's probably not going to be anything crazy. It might just be Paramount Plus 8 episodes, and then it goes straight into the second movie.
Sort of like holiday special stuff.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be like hey, we're doing season 1 of just the adventures of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah, no, I don't think it's gonna be like that. I think it'll be like the Disney Plus Marvel shows and stuff like that.
All right. What'd you give this out of 10?
Well, hang on. I want to talk a little bit about the what do you call it? The action for it. There's not that much action in it. However, one scene was the No Diggity scene. Where they play no diggity and they're just going through all these like mob bosses like places and stuff. I thought that was really smart. The entire soundtrack was great. It's very not Wu-Tang, it's fucking
New York.
No. What's their name, dude? 3, that's magic number. Yes, it is. That's the magic number. Anyway, it's that band. But yeah, entire. What the fuck is their name? Hold on, bro. I'll find it. De La Soul? I don't think it's De La Soul. Magic number. What would you give this out of 10?
Like an 8.5. It was really good.
Yeah, I'd probably say 8.5 too. That's actually a perfect rating. Yeah. Thank you. It would have been a 10 if they just did a little bit more with the characters. I liked the entire team of Turtles. Their voice acting. They also didn't have Jacob Tremblay in there. I know you hate him.
Fuck that kid, man.
But yeah,
I have beef with a lot of people.
I can tell you.
Yeah, Soups.
Yeah.
Jacob Tremblay. McKenna Grace.
Does it go 1, 2, 3 like that?
No, it goes Jacob Tremblay at the top for sure. Soups is just shitty opinions for everything.
Okay. All right, man. Yeah, so we both give it like an 8.5 out of 10. If you guys watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, let us know down below in the comment section what you thought of it. We're going to move into our final section of the video. We appreciate you guys listening so far, by the way. Let us know if there's anything that you guys want to talk about in the live chat. However, we're going to get into our final section, which is... You got like 35 minutes left. We're good?
Yeah.
How long have we been going?
For 51 minutes.
Are you fucking serious?
Mm-hmm.
51 minutes? Wow, let's hurry this shit up. Okay, so we're gonna get into our ranking of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, just the movies. We're not doing any of the Disney Plus stuff. How it's gonna go is me and Hyder are just gonna take turns. You can go 32 all the way to 1, and then I'll just do my list right after.
Oh, we're not doing the switch off thing that we did last time.
Yeah, just go straight because that's gonna take forever.
Yeah, We'll just give like a small a line for everything.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, we start with at 32 for me. Remember, these are going to be kind of different because we have different tastes and the different like things that go into them.
Oh yes, that's another thing. These are just our opinions on it. It's like our favorites, really. Some movies, for me at least, my list is going to be objectively better, technically and stuff. But there are movies here that I just absolutely love more than the other ones. So,
all right.
Anyway,
let me start it off with, in my opinion, the worst Marvel movie, Thor: The Dark World. Extra ass. It was just trash all around. I'm going to use the same thing I said for the original Thor. Oh, look, it's Loki. That's all I really care about. Black Widow, technically just a really bad...
32.
31.
Then, yeah, okay, now 31.
Yeah, Black Widow, technically just really bad. I didn't really see a point for the movie. It was just them giving Scarlett Johansson a movie in my eyes.
Green screen was really bad.
Yeah, the green screen was really bad. I know they didn't have a lot to work with because it was in the middle of quarantine that they made it. It was just really bad. I didn't see a point.
Yeah.
Taskmaster was a bad person to use.
For the main villain, yeah.
Main villain, yeah. It wasn't really the main villain. She wasn't really the main villain either. At 30, Thor: Love and Thunder.
Okay. You watched it, right?
Yeah, I just recently watched it. It was just really, really bad. Just CGI. It just didn't feel like their hearts were in it, or they took their success for Ragnarok and just kind of rode it out. And then Ant-Man Quantumania at 29. Again, just really bad. Minus King. Not that very good of a movie. Again, at 28, Thor. I'm going to say the same thing I said. Oh, look, it's Loki.
Thor 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. Oh, look, it's Loki.
Okay.
Anthony Hopkins as Odin was cool to see, though. Because why the fuck is it Anthony Hopkins?
Yeah.
And then at... What is this for? 28? I was just at? Lost track already. 27.
God damn it. See, this is why I said say it.
Yeah, 27. Just forgettable. It was Ant-Man and the Wasp. 26. Eternals. So fucking slow.
All right, hold on. Slow it down a little bit.
Yes. Okay, I'll slow down. But yeah, Eternals was just really slow. That was 26. Everything after Eternals, honestly, isn't a bad movie. It's just the way... Now it's just in order of how much I liked them. At 25, the original Ant-Man.
All right, fuck the pictures. This guy's going way too fucking fast for me. Hold on. Go ahead.
Are you trying to put the pictures about?
Yes,
Look
bro.
at this whole time.
I'm trying to get the pictures.
All right, that was 25. Ant-Man. It was a good movie. It was okay to me. I'm gonna go down again. Just another okay movie. 24, Captain Marvel. And then followed up by another okay movie in my eyes. It was really boring to me. The first Doctor Strange. I know.
Okay.
No, you're probably gonna disagree with that one. I think that was.
Chat, tell this man to slow down a little bit.
22. The Incredible Hulk. I just hate that this is the only canon Hulk thing that we really got.
Yeah. And it kind of just it gets ignored.
It gets ignored.
Also.
It doesn't deserve to be ignored because it's not that bad of a movie.
No, it's not. I actually think it's very solid.
Yeah, it was in 2008.
Yeah.
So they dealt with what they had. It's a different actor.
Mm-hmm.
Which was it the fact they didn't like him or something?
No, he wanted more control over the character, and he also wanted like writing credits, and he also asked for more money, and they were just like, yeah, nah.
Yeah.
Apparently, Edward Norton is like not a great
person to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on some stuff,
they gave it to Mark Ruffalo, which is cool. He's good. I just wish that they did more stuff with the Hulk because he has like some of the most source material to work with.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that they don't use it is kind of sad.
Yeah.
At 21, the original Avengers movie.
Okay.
First Avengers movie. It was really cool to see all the heroes on screen, but considering how early on it was, it just didn't have all the stuff that they could have worked with.
Mm-hmm.
And the big fight scene involving Loki and all like the invasion of Earth was cool. It just they could have done. Had it gone later, they could have done some more stuff with it. That was 21, right? 20, Captain America. It was good. I didn't really have that much negative stuff to say about it. It was cool seeing Captain America's backstory was nice.
Mm-hmm.
It was just set in an older time, so again, not that much access to other stuff.
Right.
Again, yeah, Captain America. I think I put this in the wrong order. Captain America and the Winter Soldier at 19. I just didn't gel with it as much as I like the other projects.
Mm-hmm.
It was good. It was cool seeing Bucky Barnes. The film was really good, obviously. Bucky Barnes in this movie was really good. The fight scenes between him and Captain America, because they're both super soldiers, like almost on par with each other. You don't really see that with Captain America a lot. At 18, Iron Man 2. Not bad at all. Just a horrible choice for a villain. That's all. Like the only negative thing I had about it was just I forgot what his name was. It Whiplash.
Yeah, I recently rewatched Iron Man 2, and it actually isn't that bad. It's literally just Whiplash and also I think what's his name, Justin
Hammer.
Yeah, Justin Hammer. He's a little over the top. Other than that, yeah, it's not that bad.
So just their choice of villain in that movie wasn't good.
Mm-hmm.
I keep losing track of my fucking numbers.
Yeah.
Whatever. Next up, Avengers: Age of Ultron. It was pretty cool. I liked it. They definitely missed on some stuff though. Like
the dialogue in that movie isn't that strong.
Wasn't very good. Fuck Quicksilver.
Yeah.
That was just a bad decision in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know if Aaron Taylor Johnson wanted out or something. I doubt it, but
I don't know.
The fact that they just shot a speedster was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Next up, Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness. It could have been like a lot better than it was, but I actually didn't have as big an issue as a lot of people did have with it. It was cool seeing them do all the multiversal stuff, especially with the I think it was dream walking is what they called it. And then when they got shot through all the universes, that's one of my favorite shots in any like Marvel movie.
Yeah.
After that, Spider-Man: Homecoming. It's just the first MCU Spidey movie. So. Then Spider-Man: Far From Home. Cinematography for that movie, some of the best in any of the Marvel movies. Especially the scene where Mysterio like turns into a bunch of different ones.
That's interesting that you put Far From Home over Homecoming. I thought it would be other way around for
liked, you. Far From Home more.
Yeah.
I also like the kind of looked like Noir Spider-Man, the suit that he had.
Yeah, Spider Monkey.
Yeah, that was a
or
good
Night
one.
Monkey.
That's what it's called.
That's what they call it. It's really stupid.
After that, I like Shang-Chi. Choreography for that movie is the best that I think they have in any Marvel movie when it comes to fighting, besides one. But it was really good. It just isn't that high up because of the big fucking dragon at the end.
I like the big dragon.
You like that fight?
Yeah.
It was a good fight. It was just the best.
It was just dark. That's all I say.
I don't know if I mentioned, but the dad from Kung Fu Hustle is in Shang-Chi.
Is it?
Yeah, he's the dude. He's the first person you see when they enter fucking Spirit Place.
Oh, okay.
After that, the original, or actually Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
Mm-hmm.
Good movie. Great villain. It just didn't outdo the original, which I thought it would do, especially with like coming off the death of Chadwick Boseman. I thought it would do a lot better than it did.
I'm gonna talk about it more, but when I first reviewed it, I was like very, very high on it, and then after like sitting on it a little bit, yeah, I can see why some people don't put it over the original Black Panther.
All right, and then the original Iron Man.
Okay.
It's just the start of everything. It was great. Robert Downey Jr. excelled in the movie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get really high up on like all the movies now.
Yeah. Go ahead and count real quick. How many, like your little total or whatever.
All right, hold up.
What is BNF, baby, man?
I'm looking at that.
What is BMF? BNF. For BNF. What is that? What the fuck is that, Lion Studios? Let us know, please. God damn it. God damn it, Bobby.
Oh shit! All right, this is Iron Man was the 9th.
Okay. So number 8.
Black Panther's 10.
Mm-hmm.
Iron Man at 9. Number 8 is Thor Ragnarok. I think that's the most fun I've had with any MCU movie. Most movies in general.
I will agree somewhat with that statement. Yeah.
I specifically, obviously, the most obvious shot, it's overused, is the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Playing the immigrant song,
Mm-hmm.
and he like comes flying in with lightning. That's the most overused shot. Every time you see people mention Ragnarok, they do that. My favorite shot is when it's what's his name? The guy with the guns.
Oh, Scourge.
Scourge drops down from the plane.
Mm-hmm.
After that, and he looks up, and then it's just a crowd of like.
That's a pretty good. That's a pretty good villain.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say. What's her name? Hela. Yeah.
Yeah. The whole relation, the fact that Odin dies in that movie.
Yeah.
All of that stuff that Loki and Thor are making up.
Yeah.
Obviously, fucking Hulk's in it, and you get to see his World War Hulk outfit, which was very comic accurate. I don't know if you put that in there. After that, original Guardians of the Galaxy.
7, right?
Yeah, 7.
Okay, number 7.
Original Guardians of the Galaxy. It was just a great start to one of the best trilogy in all of Marvel.
I have a feeling we're gonna go Guardians of the Galaxy, Guardians of the Galaxy, Guardians of the Galaxy with this. No. Okay.
Iron Man 3 is at 6.
Okay.
Something about that movie just sticks with me. I don't know how to explain it.
It is a story about like PTSD kind of Iron Man, you know?
What the fuck are you trying to say?
What?
I said something that sticks with me. You go, PTSD is the next step. I don't have PTSD.
I didn't say.
Hey, man.
Because Tony Stark in the comics is a very PTSD kind of guy.
Yeah, he has the whole from the first Iron Man.
Hey, buddy. Look, we're doing really good on the stream right now.
I hate you.
Maybe let's not try to get canceled today. Okay.
Why are you saying hi, guys, in the chat?
Okay. Don't fucking worry about it. All right, go ahead. Anything on Iron Man 3?
No, it just sticks with me. It's my favorite Iron Man suit.
He has a lot of suits. I don't even remember.
It's the last one he uses. I think it's.
Oh, that helps.
I'm just trying to explain it, but now I can't. It's the one that shoots onto his hand.
Yeah. Okay. That's the thing about the Iron Man trilogy. Iron Man in the Avengers movies, he kind of uses a lot of nanotech, and I don't really like that. The practical suits and like the more like create like the briefcase one in Iron Man 2,
where he drops it and he steps into it. That one's cool too.
Yeah. Okay.
The suit in Spider-Man where he steps out of it.
Yeah.
That one's really nice too. He got paid a lot for that.
All right, number 5. We're getting into the top 5 of Hyder's
Captain
MCU
America.
list. Damn, bro.
Civil War. I'm sorry.
Fuck.
Sorry. I'm excited about that one. That's just an all-around great movie. It has one of the best fight scenes in all of Marvel. The scene where he's fighting, or Iron Man's fighting
Iron Man and Bucky.
Bucky, and
that's a great fucking scene.
That scene's cool, especially with the shield and fucking arm. You get your first interaction with a bunch of superheroes in that movie.
Yes. Spider-Man's original, what do you call it, in the MCU?
Yeah,
appearance.
Origin in the MCU. You get, Black Panther came out the same way in that type of movie. So it was cool to see that shit. Especially with like the fact that he's not doing any of that stuff because he's evil.
Yeah.
Nobody is wrong in their eyes.
Yeah, no. And that's literally the theme of Civil War. You know? So.
And then it splits up everything that happens towards Infinity War and Endgame.
All right, number 4.
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Okay.
I think that's the one that people are going to disagree with the most for me. It's just, honestly, I put that up there because nostalgia.
It's all the experience, right?
Yeah.
Like, just that theater experience was one of the top, like, moments of my fucking life.
Yes.
And I've had a kid, and, like, I feel... No, I'm not going to say that. Never mind, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
All right.
I'm kidding.
Top 2, but not 2.
It's top 2 moments of my life, but not 2. Go ahead. Yeah, Spider-Man No Way Home.
I mentioned choreography for Shang-Chi. The fight with Willem Dafoe and Tom Holland inside the building where he, like, picks him up and slams him into the ground. Yeah. First of all, Willem Dafoe...
Hyder's a wrestler, by the way, guys. So, he wrestled in high school, and he fucking loves that shit.
Yeah, that shit was cool.
Yeah.
He double legs him into the fucking ground and goes through like multiple roofs.
Mm-hmm.
I think Willem Dafoe is the best Marvel villain we've seen.
In the MCU or just ever?
I think the MCU. I'm sorry. I know we have fucking King and we have Thanos and stuff.
Yeah, I definitely put Thanos over
I know, but
everybody.
it's just a personal thing. I think he did the best out of any best performance. Sorry, not the best villain. Best performance I've seen out of a villain.
I still think Thanos.
It was just pure evil. That's why there was no like story behind it.
Yeah.
He just wanted to fuck shit up, and he did. You know.
Yeah.
The split personality.
Well, it's hard to beat Willem Dafoe as an actor when he's playing a split personality, like you said. So.
Yeah. All right, and then we officially reached the top 5. By the way, that was 6.
What?
I think that was 6. Yeah.
That was 4. I just said number 4.
I don't know how you got 4. I was at 7 with Civil War.
What the?
Yeah, we're at 6, bud.
Okay.
Yeah, now we're top 5. All right, Avengers Endgame. It was.
This is what number is this? Because I'm 5.
Yes.
Number 5. Avengers
Endgame.
Avengers Endgame.
You told me to slow down, man. I was going fast.
Yeah, I know.
All right, I put it up there for obvious reasons. It's the end of the Infinity Saga. It's great. You get all the scenes, especially with like Captain America lifting the hammer.
Mm-hmm.
You get that whole fight scene where with Thor and Fat Thor and Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
You get one of the best quotes in any movie ever. You come back to me. I use the meme a lot. That leads you back to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Snap again.
Right.
And then in 4th place, Infinity War.
Thank you for putting. I just want to say thank you for putting Infinity War over Endgame.
Oh, it's just so much better.
I appreciate that.
The gap between 4 and 5 is actually big to me.
Okay.
And that's where I'm gonna get hate for the fact that I put these movies above Infinity War.
Huh. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I put 2 Guardians movies and Black Panther above Infinity War.
Wow.
All right. And number 3, Guardians of the Galaxy 2. It's just a great movie in my opinion. I like the soundtrack a lot. There's a bunch of iconic moments in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
You get introduced to a bunch of characters. It's also, was it that the final one before Endgame?
Wait, what?
That was the last one before Endgame, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, Guardians movie.
Yeah. So it's the last taste you get of like things, and then Endgame ruined a bunch of stuff for the 3rd movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it set up like a bunch of wrong storylines.
Yeah.
All right, at number 2, Black Panther. I love the movie. It's good. All the cultural stuff. Andy Serkis is in it. I don't know if I ever told you Andy Serkis is my favorite actor.
Literally like 20 minutes ago. Yeah.
Hey, I'm sorry. I forgot to mention it. I gotta say it again. Andy Serkis is my favorite actor.
Yes.
I think
That's your favorite actor was Hiroyuki Sanada.
Oh shit, my bad. My favorite voice actor is Andy Serkis. He voices Caesar and Smeagol in Lord of the Rings.
I mean, yeah, I'd call it an actor.
Yeah, motion capture.
Yeah.
He's still voicing them. I have a personal connection with that movie. It's really good. It was actually the Marvel movie that came out before I got hired at the theater.
Oh, okay.
It was the last one they had.
Missed it?
I just missed it, and I kept hearing about how, it was so busy here. Everyone watched it. I watched it there on the opening night.
Sorry.
I was probably one of the people that pissed them off or something.
Yeah.
I also got lost on my way to the theater. That was the first time I watched a movie there.
You're the people that we make fun of when they're like, how the fuck do you get lost? I literally told you Theater 10. Like, what the fuck? Anyway.
I watched it in Theater 5. I didn't know the Titan Theater existed.
Okay. Your number 1 spot then.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
You're going to need to explain this one a little bit. I mean, I don't care, but you're going to need to explain it for the audience.
You're going to be in this explanation, actually.
Okay.
I think it's near perfection for a Marvel movie. I don't think any Marvel movie is perfect, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
It's near perfection, though.
Mm-hmm.
I gave it a 9.5, which is like a really high grade in my opinion. We've only 10 so many movies. Have we 10 any Marvel movie? No.
I mean, no
we
MCU
haven't.
movie.
Yeah, no MCU movie. Marvel was it Across the Spider-Verse?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think it's the closest to perfection you can get for a movie. The soundtrack is great. Even songs I questioned originally, I look back at it, I'm like, that was a good ass choice for a song.
Mm.
What's it called? No Sleep Till Brooklyn, I think was the song I was talking about.
Yeah. With the one shot hallway fight scene. Yeah.
You get the get all the acting in it was great.
Mm-hmm.
I like the villain choice a lot. That backstory was sad, and David, Chris kept saying that one line to me, and told me to look out for the line. And then right when you came into the theater, that line happened. And I looked at your face and I was like, no way you fucking did this shit to me.
I was so fucking happy when I saw that, like, reactions. Yeah. It was probably the saddest line, I think.
It's the closest I've gotten to crying at an MCU movie.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like if I wasn't there, if I didn't pull up on you, yeah.
Yeah, that was another thing. It's one of the only movies that we've reviewed that I didn't have to watch alone.
Yeah. That's true.
Most movies that we review, I have to watch alone. So that was cool. I didn't get just my reaction. I could see Noah reacting to the movie at the same time.
John Wick was one of those experiences too that I fucking loved.
I said every time John Wick, and that's why I tend the movie. Is I like most of my movie going experiences. I like reacting with people, especially since I talk to people during movies. So watching the movies alone, I feel like it takes away from my movie experience.
Yeah.
The song at the end, I still play it. Dog Days Are Over. Everything in that movie just stuck with me. I think it's gonna have the best. It's gonna stay like one of the best movies. It's the end to like their best trilogy.
Yeah. Easily, I think for me, their best trilogy.
Yeah.
And then I would say Captain America's right behind it.
Yeah.
Only because I don't really love Winter Soldier like everybody else.
Oh, I don't like the original.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. The original it's just I don't have that connection with it. Winter Soldier is pretty good, but Civil War easily takes them. That's the difference between those movies is 1, 2, and 3 for Guardians of the Galaxy. They just build off of each other so well.
Yeah.
And then I can't pronounce his name, but the villain. Fuck, I already forgot his name.
I forgot his name.
Yeah. But he just such a great performance. And then that scene when you find out what Rocket did to his face and his face peels off. And then there's so much shit that they just let James Gunn get away with. The fact that they killed somebody. They killed multiple people in this movie. But the dude that they stabbed in the head and dragged down, they used him as a landing pad. Yeah. And they drowned him in the water.
So I'm confused. If this is your first movie, then where'd you put Batman?
Fuck. Who said that? Who said that? My bad.
Jack, right?
Jack. I'm Jack. I forgot. It's at 0.5.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's good.
Which Batman do you think he's talking about?
The Batman, maybe?
He just said Batman.
Yeah, I feel like maybe if he was talking about Dark Knight, then he would. Yo, is that your fucking foot?
Oh, stop playing footsies with me.
Yo, chill out, dog.
All right.
Hold up.
I think Guardians of the Galaxy is the best Marvel movie. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is the best Marvel movie, and I will fight any of you on it. Okay. It deserves everything, and I think it is going to win at least one award.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that because I actually really enjoyed Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. That being said, number 32 on my list. No, I'm just kidding. That would fucking suck, huh?
I know you're not going to say it. It's got to be your top 5.
Yeah. We'll see. Okay, guys. Let's judge Hyder in the comments. Yeah? Judge Hyder. Anyway.
Only God can judge me.
Let's get to my list here. It's a little bit different from yours, so bear with me. At number 32 of my ranking for the MCU movies, I got Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. I really was disappointed with this movie. I remember being so hyped. The trailers were so great, and then I got into it, and it's really a movie about nothing other than Kang, really. If you took Ant-Man and the Wasp out of this title, literally you could have just called it Kang, and it would work better, honestly. This being like an Ant-Man movie, also introducing the next big bad of your entire multiverse saga, just a weird move. Like, what is the connection? Obviously, we had the connection with what's her name, Michelle Pfeiffer's character, the mom, basically, Wasp's mom. Other than that, there's not really much character. I thought the daughter, the Cassie Lang, she was kind of annoying, and her performance was fine, but the writing was the main thing. And we were talking a little bit about this earlier with his name is Jeff Loveness, who was gonna write Avengers Kang Dynasty, but he's not because of this movie. And I am very happy about that because the dialogue in Quantumania was just not that great. The whole Darren Cross thing, I'm not a dick, and he's just a fucking floating egg. Yeah. I did like MODOK, though. MODOK was good. Funny. And Kang was good in this movie, too. But yeah. At number 32, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Moving on, number 31. I got Black Widow. Black Widow, not a terrible movie by any means. I mean, the jump from Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania to Black Widow is, you can definitely see the quality. However, the CGI, we talked a little bit about it also. The CGI in certain places is just bad. I thought Taskmaster, like you, was a wasted kind of, wasted potential. Maybe they can turn it around when they do Thunderbolts because she's coming back. It was also very weird to release a Black Widow movie after the fact that she died in Avengers Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
Very weird to me. It was literally just a stepping stone to Yelena being introduced, and I feel like you could have just introduced Yelena and David Harbour's Red Guardian character in a different way than that.
You could have just used the show that she was in.
Yeah, you could easily just, literally just that. You didn't have to make a whole movie about it. And I feel like they were only doing it just because they didn't get the chance to actually make a Black Widow solo movie years before, and it was just too late. I don't think the interest was there. I have only watched this movie once, and I don't think I'll ever watch it again. I don't think there's no re-watchability here. So yeah, that was number 31. At number 30, Thor: The Dark World. I'm not going to lie, I haven't watched this in a very long time, so keep that in mind. If I watch it tomorrow and I think it's a perfect movie, I'll let you guys know, but I don't think that's going to happen. Thor: The Dark World, I just don't remember a lot of it. And also, a lot of people say that it's one of the worst Marvel movies. Again, Marvel does have a really good track record of making good, decent movies, but I can also see why Thor: The Dark World would be at the bottom. So yeah, that's number 30. Moving into number 29, I got Captain Marvel. I did not like Captain Marvel that much. Did you remember to put Captain Marvel in there? Where'd you put Captain Marvel?
Let me see.
Yeah.
I have your notes open now.
Captain Marvel. I didn't like Captain Marvel, and it has nothing to do with Brie Larson. I actually love Brie Larson as an actress. She's really good in the role. It's just something about the movie, man. I don't know. Maybe I was going through a hard fucking time. Endgame is the worst. Lion Studios. Wow, that's crazy. What was I saying? Yeah, I was going through a pretty hard time when I watched Captain Marvel, so maybe that has something to do with it. However, I tried it again, and I still didn't really like it that much. I feel like it was just like no story, and I didn't really care about Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers as a character. So yeah, it was just that. That was it.
Well, you had it at 30?
29.
I had 24, so not that far off. But to me, all I put was it was an okay movie.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Not like good, not bad.
Yeah, I don't think so either. All right. Moving into number 28, I got Ant-Man and the Wasp. This was also one of those kind of forgettable movies. I feel like it just felt a little out of place. This was right after, or right before Infinity War came out. So it was the precursor to Infinity War. To me, it was funny. I like Paul Rudd. I like, the direction that it was going. And I don't know, man. It was just kind of a boring plot. I didn't really like Ghost that much. The protagonist, didn't really like her. It could have been better. That's all I'll say. That's it for now. Lion Studios in the chat also says best DC movie under Blindside was Emmett Till. What? Okay. Yeah. So 28 is Ant-Man and the Wasp. Coming in at 27, I've got Iron Man 2. Again, I talked a little bit about it with Hyder when he was doing his list. Iron Man 2, not a bad movie. It's actually kind of solid. The only thing that kind of makes it a little off the rails for me is the dialogue and what's his name? Whiplash and Justin Hammer. I think those three things, whatever. And also, they had a really good opportunity to do the Demon in the Bottle storyline as Tony Stark is like struggling with alcohol addiction, but they didn't go all the way. They kind of talk about it a little bit, but they didn't go all the way with that. Still, Iron Man 2, very solid movie. That is my number 28.
I feel like they missed an opportunity to use Mandarin.
Also that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, coming in at number 27, Thor: Love and Thunder. This is not that bad of a movie in my opinion. I actually kind of enjoyed it, but I do understand why it's very, very, very hated. It's just the script. I feel like if the script was better and Taika Waititi, who directed one of the better MCU movies in Thor Ragnarok, if he just reeled back the humor a little bit, I feel like it would have been a really good movie. I like the story with Jane and her battle with cancer and the love story between her and Thor. I love what they did with the daughter character. They fucked up on Gore. I didn't like how they handled Gore's storyline. They kind of just brushed past it. You got Christian Bale, and you really didn't do anything with his character. So that is my number 27 spot, Thor: Love and Thunder. And coming in at 26, I've got the original Thor. Good movie, solid movie. Not the best, in my opinion. Thor honestly just isn't one of my favorite characters. He's I feel like he's a little too strong, and that's why I kind of liked Thor Ragnarok and Thor Love and Thunder and what they did with him in Thor Avengers Endgame, because they take him back a little bit and like kind of show a human side of him, even though he's not human. But 26, Thor, really good movie. Not really good, I won't say that. Good movie, solid. It's one of the earlier ones, and Natalie Portman. Yeah. Coming in at number 25, we're going into the top 25, guys. 25, I got The Incredible Hulk. Same thing as you. It's kind of wasted potential. I liked Edward Norton a lot as Bruce Banner, as Hulk. He's a really good actor, and I actually can kind of see him, being with the Avengers, better than Mark Ruffalo. That being said, Mark Ruffalo is still really good. This one, a nice rewatch. You don't really need to watch it. Like, it's almost as if the movie doesn't even exist. And yeah. So at 25, The Incredible Hulk.
I have the 23.
Yeah. So coming in at number 24, got Iron Man 3. And I'll say Iron Man 3. I when I first watched it, I loved the movie. And upon rewatch, I watched it maybe like 3 years ago. That's the last time I watched it. I feel like it loses me towards the end because they set it up as, hey, the Mandarin is, the big bad of the Iron Man trilogy. Mm-hmm. And then they do a bait and switch, and it's actually not him. It's the guy who does the fucking, what's the Extremis, the Extremis program. He creates Extremis. Yeah. So it's really him. And I thought in that movie, he wasn't well set up as a villain. And I feel like if you would have just went straight in with the Mandarin, cool. But,
Yeah, I watched this show a lot. That was like one of the first Marvel things I ever did. Was watch the Iron Man show from the 90s.
Yeah. Put a little closer.
Oh, yeah. The Mandarin is just, it's just like it's like fucking Green Goblin and Spider-Man.
Yeah, so apparently he's like a quintessential Iron Man villain.
Yeah, no, he fights him all the time. It was like, it's the people who supplied the terrorists with weapons.
Okay. Yeah.
It's the Mandarin group.
And the 10 rings, yeah.
And the 10 rings, all that stuff. It's all the Mandarin. So the fact that they didn't really use him pisses me off so much.
They do, however, end up retconning that, and we'll talk a little bit about that soon. But yeah, number 24, Iron Man 3. Moving into number 23 is actually going to be Avengers: Age of Ultron. Now, it's not a bad movie. I just think the dialogue kind of went everywhere. And it was very like not great humor. There's like a hide the cucumber joke or whatever, hiding the eggplant joke. There's a lot of sex jokes, and I think it's Mark Ruffalo who like lands on Black Widow and like has his face in her chest. It's just like kind of distasteful sometimes, but the core values of like setting up Captain America and Iron Man's rivalry, that is, you good?
Yeah.
You got time? Else? Okay. Like 10 minutes.
I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll do something else.
Okay. Yeah, it sets up the core rivalry that, ends up being explored in Captain America Civil War, and it just takes off from there into Infinity War and into Endgame, and it just closes out their stories like very, very nicely. So I think Age of Ultron is a good movie, just a lot of problems, in my opinion. Yes, what was that? Number 20... What was that? 22. Right?
I don't know, man.
I mean, I was doing pretty good keeping track. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just going to go 22. Coming in at number 21, Spider-Man Far From Home. I can tell you what. The movie isn't bad. There's just some stuff, and Spider-Man's my favorite character in Marvel. There's just some stuff that I wish they didn't do. For example, giving Peter these glasses. I hated that plot device. It was really dumb in my opinion. But they kind of resolved it towards the end. Mysterio is a very good villain. I like the CGI in this movie. That whole sequence with Mysterio and him showing Peter different like outcomes and stuff, like basically fucking with his mind. That was a really cool sequence. And then the final battle where he's going up against the drones and stuff. Also the cliffhanger ending that led into Spider-Man No Way Home. That's one of the best post-credit scenes ever. It showed J.K. Simmons again as J. Jonah Jameson. So overall good movie. I think it's a bad Spider-Man movie, and I will say that until the day I die. However, it's still not that bad. Yes. Okay. Cool. Where am I? Where is it? Where the fuck? Sorry, I lost it. Hold on. Chat, how we doing, guys? Anything new? Oh, no. Okay. Coming in at number 20, and this is kind of controversial because I was talking a lot of shit about this movie. Number 20, Eternals. I didn't like Eternals that much. But then, kind of like sitting on it a little bit, I can see the good ideas.
She said.
Ooh, good one. I can see the good ideas there. Number 20, Eternals. It's not the best movie. I feel like Eternals is one of those things that they should have pushed into being a Disney Plus show. That's just me. You have 10 new characters that you have to introduce to the audience. And it's just not a good way to introduce 10 characters, maybe 11 characters, including Black Knight, into a new universe and in a 2.5-hour movie. The cinematography is good. But yeah, other than that, I feel like they had a huge opportunity here to make something cool, and it just didn't really work for me. So I put that at number 20. Number 19, Captain America the Winter Soldier. Good movie. I honestly don't remember a lot of it, so I'm just gonna put it at that. I do know that it is a good movie. I like the direction. I like the stuff between Captain America and like his government, not being able to trust them, and I like Scarlett Johansson in this. Number 18, the original Captain America. I actually like the original Captain America a lot more than most people. I love period piece movies, so like Forrest Gump. It gave me a really big Forrest Gump kind of vibe. Really like that one. His costume in that one is the best Captain America costume in my opinion, and it's a 1940s period piece basically. So that is my number 19. Number 18 is coming into Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I love Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Sam Raimi directed one of my favorite comic book movies of all time, Spider-Man 2. And that's not in the MCU. That's different. But yeah, he comes back and his direction style is all over the place here. You can see like different transitions. You can see like the kind of campiness of being a superhero. It reminded me a lot of the Spider-Man trilogy, and that's what made me fall in love with Spider-Man in the first place. And he does a lot of that good stuff here. Again, the writer Michael Waldron is not that great of a writer in my opinion. For this movie at least, there's a lot of bad lines. I think that the Illumawati line when he meets the Illuminati for the first time, that's stupid. But Scarlet Witch is also in this, and her going up against the entire Illuminati, that scene was fucking great. And it was also our first look at Fantastic Four. All right, guys, we're gonna keep going, but let us know down below what you guys think about the lists so far. We're gonna go into number 17, the original Doctor Strange. I'm surprised that you didn't really like Doctor Strange that much.
No,
or that you thought it was kind of boring.
See, I said that before, like listing a bunch of the movies. Is these are movies that aren't bad at all.
Yeah, no.
It's just like
compared to everything else.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't keep track. I didn't like it. I have a weird thing against. She plays the ancient one. Hello.
Yeah. Sorry.
The ancient one.
Mm-hmm. She's white and yeah.
No, I fucking can't stand that actress.
Oh, don't you just like want to like?
No, yeah. That's one of the biggest things for me was it's sort of like how you went into Captain Marvel with a bad like. As soon as I saw her in there, Tilda Swinton. Tilda Swinton. Fuck, I don't like her.
Lion Studio says Doctor Strange was good on acid. Yeah, man, I don't do acid, but I like Doctor Strange a lot. I thought it was a good origin story, and at that time we were getting a lot of sequels in the MCU, so I thought it was refreshing, and I really liked how Scott Derrickson put a lot of like weird elements into it, and he really leaned into the weird stuff because Doctor Strange was, you know, a sorcerer. This was our first time like kind of looking at the multiverse a little bit with the little forehead tap, and he gets sent into all the different realities and stuff.
It did introduce one of my favorite characters though, Wong, yeah, that's true. Yeah, man. Okay, so that's number 17, Doctor Strange, the original one. Coming in at number 16, I got Thor Ragnarok. Good movie. Taika Waititi's first Thor movie. Taika Waititi's only great Thor movie. And I'll say Thor Love and Thunder is just okay. But Thor Ragnarok, I love how they brought in Thor and Hulk and his relationship. And then also Loki has a lot to do there. And then that final battle. I mean, it's just a great, funny fucking movie in my opinion. So that is my number 16. We're going to move into the top 15. There's a lot of fucking MCU movies, guys. Moving into the top 15 now. Spider-Man Homecoming. I love Spider-Man Homecoming. I think I talked a little bit about it before on an episode. Ferris Bueller is one of my favorite movies. Like, there's a poster somewhere. Ferris Bueller is one of my favorite movies, and John Watts, the director, he really took inspiration for the John Hughes kind of movies. So, like Breakfast Club, Ferris Bueller, 16 Candles, stuff like that. And he took a lot of inspiration from 80s movies, and this was just a coming of age story about Spider-Man, and it worked, and I really like that. The Vulture in that is fucking great. Michael Keaton in that, he's like, that's like my favorite performance of Michael Keaton, honestly. Fuck, I forgot the name of the movie.
Mr. Mom?
No, it's the one movie about him being Batman.
Being Batman?
It's not directly him being Batman.
Oh, Birdman.
Birdman.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
I still have to watch that.
It's a really fucking good movie.
But yeah, man, Michael Keaton's very good as the Vulture in this, and I love that little plot twist towards the end. And yeah, man, a lot of people were talking about how Spider-Man was like Iron Man in this, and they were complaining about it, but I feel like that plot twist kind of just changes that, and it's really a Spider-Man story towards the end. So yeah, number 14 is Spider-Man Homecoming. At number 13, I got Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. I love the movie. Fight scenes, best fight scenes in any Marvel movie, hands down. I love the choreography. The bus scene, great. Some character work issues. I feel like the relationship between Shang-Chi and his dad wasn't as strong as they tried to make it. And that was just, I don't know. I love the wire work kind of, you know, kung fu scenes with Michelle Yeoh and, you know, the multi-dimensional stuff. They do this one scene where it's straight up just them fighting, but it's telling a story while they're fighting of how they fell in love. Mom. Yes. Yeah. Oh, it's so beautiful. And the music, the dun, da, 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 dum, da, 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 dum. That's a great score right there. We haven't talked a lot about music in this. No. Yeah. What were you gonna say? I
was like, I don't know if you pay attention to that scene, but the rings when they bounce off the trees, they're on beat.
Yeah. Overall, the sound in the movie is just great. All the effects and stuff.
They do suffer from that a lot of superhero movies do, where they fight on like a deserted field.
Yeah. Also, the ending CGI battle, I can tell why, you know. But honestly, for me, I just liked it just because I haven't seen a huge Dragon Ball thing.
Studio's spitting right now.
Oh, best Asian culture Marvel movie. Yeah, and it's like the only one, kind of.
Black Widow was there.
Miss Marvel, she's technically Asian.
Black Widow.
Is that a
Scarlett Johansson? Ghost in the Show.
Huh?
Scarlett Johansson is Ghost in the Show.
Yeah, Ghost in the Show. Yeah. Okay. What was that? 13? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Moving on. Number 13 was Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Number 12, Ant-Man, the original. Edgar Wright is probably one of my favorite directors, and you know, originally he was supposed to direct the first Ant-Man, and you can kind of tell it's that same kind of pace and same kind of direction. They kind of just, you know, the reason why he left is because he didn't want to add any other Marvel characters, and instead in the final movie the Falcon shows up, and I feel like if you just took that out and you just made that fucking Edgar Wright heist Ant-Man movie, oh my fucking god. But This movie, directed by Peyton Reed, still very good in my opinion. Good enough to be number 12 on the list. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever comes in at number 11. To me, I liked Black Panther: Wakanda Forever for a couple reasons. Number one, it was a huge tone shift. It came right after Thor: Love and Thunder, which was incredibly silly, and then we got like back to the serious stuff. It addresses a lot of the MCU questions, like who's the next Black Panther, and then Namor coming back in. Finally he makes his appearance. Tenoch Huerta, excellent villain. Angela Bassett should have won that supporting actress Oscar. So really, really good movie. I used to think it was above the original Black Panther, but then I rewatched Black Panther and it was just great. It was just too good. So that's going to be up higher on the list. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Moving into the top 10 MCU movies of all time.
Good Lord, this chair's uncomfortable, man.
Yeah, I can see it. We'll get you a new chair once we get a sponsor.
Was the Woman King Marvel?
That's basically... Yeah, that was. We forgot to put it on there. Dude, Lion Studios, you're on a fucking roll today, buddy. Good for you, man.
Lion Studios?
I don't know. I have no fucking clue. But welcome. Coming in at number 10, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I really love this movie, and it used to be my favorite Guardians movie. However, that has changed. Guardians of the Galaxy 2, amazing soundtrack, amazing character work that they do for all of the characters. That ending with Yondu and the funeral, I play that all the time. I literally play that to make me cry. Like, when you ever like feel like, oh damn, I think just I need to cry. You don't feel like that? Fucking pussy. Yeah, so number 10. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. There's not much to say other than I just love the movie so much. The Mr. Blue Sky opening, Brandy is stuck in my head 24/7. What fucking else? You got Father and Son has become one of my favorite songs of all time. Literally, James Gunn has curated my entire playlist, and I am not mad at it. So number 10, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. At number 9, I got Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy, I rewatched it earlier, and it's a fucking great movie. It's like damn near perfect. And how you said Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is like damn near perfect, that's how I feel with Guardians of the Galaxy. The one downside for me is Ronan is not that great of a villain. He's just like an evil bad boy, and I didn't really like that. But the chemistry between everybody on the Guardians is just off the charts, and I love this fucking movie so much, and I just love the Guardians. James Gunn did a really good job with everything. Also, the CGI in that. Very, very, very good for 2014. It's like some of the best visual effects in the MCU. So number 8, Guardians of the Galaxy, coming in at...
It's Chris Taft.
Oh, it's fucking... So stupid, bro. Oh god, I'm just gonna be thinking about that fucking face now every time I read that. Okay, cool. Hi Chris, how you doing? All right, coming in at number 7, I got Black Panther. I'm surprised you didn't touch a little bit on Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger.
Oh, I fucking forgot to mention I got distracted by Andy Serkis.
Because Killmonger in that is one of the better Marvel villains in my opinion, MCU villains. Excuse me while I burp. Go ahead and talk real quick.
This is your king.
That little reveal where it's like he has like the dots on his arms for everybody. Everybody that he's killed, and he takes his shirt off, and there's just a bunch more. This is one of those instances where the villain
was there more.
There's just it's an instance where like the villain could be right here, morally correct.
He was.
Yeah, and I think that the only thing that weighs this movie down for me, in my opinion, is that final scene where it's just Black Panther versus Black Panther,
and it's really bad.
And it's really bad CGI, yeah. But that entire movie is just paced so well, it's written so well, and I absolutely adore the first Black Panther.
Yeah, I also love the director.
Yeah, Ryan Coogler is so good. Mm-hmm. I watched, obviously the Creed franchise. He did great with that character.
Fruitvale Station.
Yeah, but then I watched Fruitvale Station. I was like, fuck, bro, this is good. So yeah, Ryan Coogler, great director. Black Panther, number 7 on my list. Coming at number 6, I got Guardians of the Galaxy 3. One of my top 3. One of my top 3. Skip, sit down. One of my top 3 movies of... Was it my top 3? I don't remember.
6. top 3 movies of
Of the year?
You put it at number 1, didn't you?
I don't know. I don't remember. Remember, because I left it off the top 5 of the year, and I forgot about it.
Yeah, one of your top movies of the year.
Watched this movie 7 fucking times in the theater.
I watched it, I think 2 times.
And it's just one of those instances again where it's just the perfect ending, perfect character development. I love that one line with Drax where it's like, or with Nebula where she goes, "You weren't meant to be a destroyer, you were meant to be a dad." And I was just like, I started fucking crying. It's crazy because he said it to the Filipino guy too.
Michael B. Jordan in Southpaw would have made it 1,000 times better, or 100 times better.
So fucking stupid.
I actually like Southpaw a lot.
Southpaw's really good. Antoine Fuqua directed that. Oh, it's so good.
It's the picture I took with the.
Oh, next week comes out with Equalizer
3.
Yeah, boy, that's gonna be good. Yeah, man. So Guardians of the Galaxy 3, I've talked about it a lot. If you guys want to watch our review on that, it's probably down below in the on our channel. So go ahead and check that out. But Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, very good. Soundtrack perfect. One of the darker movies, and then I still don't know his name. But the guy who plays High Evolutionary, Chakudi Iwuji. There we go.
That's what it is.
Yeah. So very good. Going into the top 5 now.
It's getting questionable now.
Yeah, it's getting questionable. I fucked up. Going into number 6, just replace that.
So you had Guardians of the Galaxy 3 at 7?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Number 6, Spider-Man No Way Home. One of the best experiences I've ever had in my life. I was going through a lot during that time, and I just needed that movie so bad. And there were rumors that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield were going to show up. I didn't want to expect anything because if they didn't show up, I would have fucking cried, and it was just the perfect opportunity to get them in there. I will always remember that fucking like sigh of relief when Andrew Garfield walks through that portal. You have everybody. I was thinking of Pirtle as in like the Wordle game.
Yeah.
The NBA player.
Pirtle. Yeah. Did you watch the video of the guy that does a backflip when he walks in? The guy in the front of the crowd.
Oh yeah.
He just does a backflip.
Yeah. That's kind of how it felt, man. Just seeing them, because it was like a dream come true. I grew up with these movies and just seeing them now, and I was with my little brother who, at the time didn't watch a lot of the Spider-Man movies, but he knew who they were. So it was just a special moment, and that will never be replaced. Top 2 moments in my life, and it's not 2. But yeah, so that is number 6, Spider-Man No Way Home. We're getting into the top 5 now. There's going to be a lot of the same franchise in this, so bear with me. Number 5, The Avengers. Great fucking movie. It's one of the better directed, better written movies. Like I said, Avengers Age of Ultron, it was bad writing, in my opinion. Joss Whedon did better on this one. Snarky fucking dialogue for everybody. Everybody who made a snarky comment to one hero, they had one right back. Like, nobody was better than anybody in this. Hawkeye's kind of not the best in there, but everybody had good chemistry. What I think of Guardians of the Galaxy with that cast and their chemistry, the Avengers had it back in 2012, and they carried that all the way until Endgame. So that's number 5, the original Avengers movie. Number 4, Iron Man. I love Iron Man. I love Robert Downey Jr. in this. I love Jon Favreau so much. He's probably my favorite director right now. Chef is like a perfection fucking movie. Perfect movie. What the fuck did I just say? A perfection fucking movie. Iron Man, though, at number 4, it holds up still to this day. It's the very first MCU movie. It started everything. Robert Downey Jr. Might be his second best performance now, but who knows, man? It was his renaissance, kind of.
I call it his third.
His third? What do you think, Chaplin?
No. So
the
for
judge?
Sure, Oppenheimer. Tropic Thunder.
He's really good at that, actually, though. Like, he's like his comedic timing, yeah. But yeah, number 4, Iron Man. There's not much else I can say. Practical suits.
The Due Date.
Due Date was fucking hilarious. I love Robert Downey Jr. as a comedic actor, man. He's really good, but also serious because Oppenheimer. No, I didn't see that. Yeah, number 4, Iron Man. Going into the top 3, it's kind of obvious now what's in my top 3, but we're just gonna get right into it. Captain America Civil War
Okay.
at number 3. Again, it's just a great movie where it balances all the characters. And you have a lot of characters. It's basically an Avengers high public coke. His public coke addict's number 1 for Robert Downey Jr. Yeah, I guess.
He recovered.
He did. We don't talk about that. It's a dark time in his life. Anyway.
So was Tropic Thunder.
That would. That was a great joke. That was a great joke. Hyder being funny, guys. We're gonna make a compilation of it.
It's gonna be so slow.
That's fine.
So short.
Okay, so number 3, yeah, Captain America: Civil War. Again, everybody was balanced very well, and it was still kind of like an Avengers 2.5, but it was still a Captain America movie because it was about Steve Rogers, it was about his conflict with Tony Stark, and it was about his conflict with Bucky Barnes, and how those three in that movie, Tony Stark is the fucking antagonist, and it works beautifully. So I love that movie. So fucking funny. What was I saying? Civil War. Yeah, so Civil War, Black Panther, and Spider-Man got introduced in there into the MCU, and those were just perfect introductions. I love it. Top 3. So coming at number 2,
Endgame.
Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
It was a great experience. However, I think there's one movie that's like quintessentially the best Marvel movie, but Endgame, you had the portal scene, you had storylines getting finished finally. Like there's a finality in this movie that feels like it's the end, and it's called Endgame for a reason. It finished off the Infinity Saga. I love the ending with Iron Man. I love what they did with Steve Rogers, and he finally gets his dance with Peggy. That was great. All the little callbacks to all of the other 32 or however many MCU movies there were before this came out. So good. Great experience, and I watched that probably like 6 or 7 times in the theater also. To this day, I still watch audience reactions for the movie, just to hear everybody scream when shit comes, I don't know what I was gonna say. Shit comes on the screen, I guess. But yeah, Avengers Endgame, number 2, and obviously number 1, I think the greatest Marvel Cinematic Universe movie of all time, Avengers Endgame. It's perfect. I think it's one of the best, the best. And all characters were balanced, again, like I said. In Captain America Civil War, it's so much better in Avengers Endgame, and there's more characters to it. Also, Thanos, he makes the movie. This is basically a Thanos movie versus the Avengers, and I love the fact that he wins in the end. Not the cinematography, the CGI is some of the best visual effects ever, minus maybe like a Hulk head. But other than that, man, it is probably my favorite what are we talking about?
Marvel.
MCU. Yeah, there we go. It's my favorite MCU movie. Avengers Infinity War, best MCU movie. Yeah, man, that was a lot.
Yeah.
That was a lot.
107 minutes of
fuck, dude. That's like
talking.
Yeah. So let us know what you guys thought about our lists down below. Our lists aren't correct. It's just what we think is, good. You might not even like MCU movies.
Yeah.
Who knows? But yeah, man, that'll do it for our little broadcast here.
I have a gift for you. Here
What?
You go. It's a gift for you. Never let me do that again.
I don't want this.
It's yours now.
I don't want this shit. Let me see what is it focused?
Not yet.
Oh god. My arm's hurting.
I feel like if you did it my camera would be easier.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, huh? I'll just do it with your camera. Wow, the iPhone fucking focuses faster than my Canon. That's crazy. Well, actually, no, not really. There we go. Gran Turismo, $4. That's a cinema, National Cinema Day
Yeah.
ticket. Thank you for this.
You're welcome.
I will cherish this. Anyways, guys, that'll do it for episode number 25. Thank you so much for joining in live, if you guys did. And if you guys are watching on the playback, make sure to tune in. We do this every Monday, or at least we try to. That's Hyder. I'm Noah. Thank you guys so much for listening and joining us and talking about movies. Anything else you want to say, Hyder?
Hold up. No, that's all. That's all I got.
All right, guys. Once again, we appreciate you, and have a good night. We'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye. Da, 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 da.